because she's on podcast talking about her relationship, the challenges and the struggles that she has as a woman, as a mom, and her journey from her dreams and aspirations. And brothers didn't hear none of that. What brothers heard was like, this some lady again? What they heard was, how she gonna make Steph look like that? What they heard was, man, you can't satisfy these women out here. That's what they heard. Welcome to Nic Knows It All. I'm Nic, and yeah, I know it all. And sometimes that's difficult to deal with, and hopefully my job is to make it a little bit easier in terms of sharing my knowledge with the world and with you at home. So I appreciate you for tapping in. On this episode of Nic Knows It All, you know what I know? Especially when it comes to this whole Ayesha Curry situation. You know what I know? I know why these brothers got their boxers in a bunch, and I'm here to tell you. For those of you who may not be familiar, let's go back a little bit, right? So Ayesha Curry, the wife of Steph Curry, that's right, that Steph Curry, has made a run recently on podcasts that has garnered her some attention from the likes of Corey Holcomb. And even I think Killer Mike had said something. And so apparently brothers are like, yo, Ayesha, what you doing, girl? What you doing? Because she's on podcasts talking about her relationship, the challenges and the struggles that she has as a woman, as a mom, and her journey from her dreams and aspirations. And brothers didn't hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? What brothers heard was like, this some lady again, right? What they heard was, how she gonna make Steph look like that? What they heard was, man, you can't satisfy these women out here. That's what they heard. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can understand how you would hear that if you're only looking at things through your lens. Matter of fact, y'all are proving her right, because what she is saying is that, hey man, I'm a person, I have dreams, I have aspirations. People were asking her about what she saw for herself before she probably was even thinking Steph was in the picture, right? Doesn't mean that he didn't get into the picture. Oh, she didn't want to have any kids, but she had 4 of them. Actions speak louder than words, but apparently not in this particular case, right? What do we know about her? Most of the things that people are complaining about are things that she said, but in action, though, she seems to be what people think or say that they want in terms of, I mean, outside of the conversation part, but in terms of her showing up as a wife, as a mom, making it possible for Steph to do his thing. But that's not what brothers are seeing. For some reason, all they see is their own thoughts about a situation. And that's what I know. Brothers are really out here projecting for real. Because first of all, let's be clear. Nobody is Steph Curry, okay? There's not that many people who are in that, popularity sphere, if you will, right? So Steph is unique in that way. But I mean, just overall, he's wealthy, he's a Christian, he's a husband. So yeah, people look at him like, yo, he got no dirt on him, no smut, no nothing. So how is you doing him like this? And I can see how brothers are empathizing with that. But the truth is, it's like, bro, they're concerned about whether or not they're in fact good enough. Because if Steph can't be good enough, how am I supposed to show up in my real life and be good enough? Right? Brothers are out here projecting for real, worried about whether or not she's going to cheat because she's talking about, bro, if you watch that interview, and I said this on the BLC pod, she ain't gained weight. She was just talking about her confidence and wanting to feel desire. I don't understand how brothers don't have the emotional intelligence to understand that women are saying certain things. You feel what I'm saying? And even when you get to the point of being concerned about whether or not she's going to step out, do you know the best thing that you could do for your lady if she's expressing these concerns is to listen? You know what I mean? Try to validate it a little bit. See where she's coming from. It's not about what you provided for her. It's about how she feels about herself. I mean, come on, bro. Whether it's about her weight, whether it's about how she feels about her body, you know what I mean? Or her career, or what she wants to accomplish for herself. Y'all make it about y'all when it really ain't about y'all. You dig what I'm saying? And that just makes us look bad. Like we ain't got the emotional intelligence to recognize this woman is just talking about her experience. And I'm sure she probably would not trade her life in for none of y'all motherfuckers, okay? She ain't stepped out on the nigga, right? And y'all worried about, how it's making Steph look. Steph can probably give a fuck less. Come on, man. The brother's a man of faith, you know what I mean? He's living his best life. And I mean, it's par for the course when you're at that level, people are going to talk. They're going to find things to talk about at the end of the day. So granted, she may not be moving in the way that you would want your lady to move, but she's moving in the way that he wants, or he's okay with his lady moving. And that's all that it should be. Y'all niggas are out here projecting, okay? And you got to dig deep, recognize where these fears and insecurities are coming from. And lastly, this is the thing that also gets me. Like when you get somebody young, bro, like y'all want the virgins, y'all want the young women and shit who are just untouched. Like that's the conversation in these gender wars, right? But when you find a woman who's young, bro, like that means she's just not gonna have that many experiences, right? So you have to be mindful and recognize that it's human nature to kind of be like, damn, what did I miss out on? Especially if you get her young. They were 21, 22 when they got married, bro. Like, even for him, I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting there thinking, I mean, maybe we assume otherwise, right? But maybe he's like, damn, all the ass that I missed out on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might not say that, and I get it. That's the difference. But hey, we accept those differences between men and women. So maybe men don't talk that way, but women do. And we know this. So why are we making so much of a big deal about it? I know why. Because y'all niggas are out there projecting and y'all are making us look bad because you're revealing a lack of emotional intelligence. And to me, listen, I'm not saying you got to agree with the shit. Emotional intelligence doesn't mean you agree with the shit, but what it does mean that you at least understand it. And I feel like if y'all understood it, then y'all would be talking different. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope you're out in y'all own relationships, the women that y'all are with, that when they come to you about some of these issues about how they feel, I mean, come on, man, these are women. Right? That we understand that sometimes we're not here to solve a problem. We're just here to listen, empathize, you know what I mean? And just try to understand, bro. That's all they be asking for sometimes, not for you to provide the world. You heard what I'm saying? But anyways, listen, I get it. Y'all hate that I know it all, but hopefully you see I use what I know to help y'all. You know what I'm saying? Move better, be better. You heard? Anyways, I'm out of here. You already know what it is. Nic Knows It All. We'll see y'all next time. And until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff. Until then, be easy. Peace.